Welcome to Montgomery and Company. I'm rocking with you. I'm your host, Renee Montgomery, and today I want to talk about Caitlin Clark and her fan base, all right? So if you don't know who Caitlin Clark is, she's the all-time leader in points in NCAA and will be Rookie of the Year in the WNBA this year. She's the first pick of the 2024 WNBA draft, signed as a point guard for the Indiana Fever. She's a graduate of the University of Iowa. I know you've seen them 22 jerseys all around during her games. She scored the most points all time by any college player, men or women's, in the NCAA history with 3,951 points. Okay, it's crazy. And if that wasn't enough damage that she was doing on the court, she is killing it off the court as well. She has huge sponsorships like Nike, over 28 million, Wilson Sporting Goods, Gatorade, Bose, State Farm, H&R Block, Goldman Sachs, you name it. She got that deal. And then Caitlin's deals outside of her Nike deal, they total over $3 million. And it's only getting bigger, all right? So that's Caitlin Clark, the player. But as I mentioned, I want to talk about her fan base as well. The Caitlin Clark stans have taken on a life of their own. A stan is a term that comes from Eminem's rap song. You know, y'all know I like to take it all together. Stan, released in the year 2000, and it refers to an overzealous or obsessive fan. Besides the bots, I don't even think some of her faux fans actually even watch her game. And this whole PSA right now, it doesn't apply to the regular Caitlin basketball fans. Y'all are straight, like, love it, support your player. I'm speaking on a particular group that is motivated by hate and destruction. And if that's not you, then this is not about you. Don't let it hit dog holler though, okay? So these faux fans, they might not even know how good Caitlin is at reading the pick and roll, or how she makes timely passes and plays subtly throughout the game that give her team momentum. They will know she's a gifted passer because we'll watch the highlights all over the internet. They go viral. They will know she's an amazing shooter because, again, we've watched her make tough shot after tough shot. But they might think someone's hating on Caitlin if they say Caitlin needs to take care of the ball more, not knowing that it's an analytical fact because at one point she did lead the WNBA in turnovers. They might think someone is a Caitlin stan like them if someone says she's one of the best passers in the WNBA, not knowing that this is a statistical fact because she is leading the league in assists and is about to break an assist record for most assists in a single season. So what I'm saying right now, it does not apply to all the Caitlin Clark fans. That's what's up. I'm talking about the fans that I've seen little girls crying when they see Caitlin walk by. I've seen families come in, all of them in 22 jerseys, and all they do is cheer and go crazy every time she makes a bucket. That's fandom, and we love to see it. But there's a growing group of Caitlin stans that are just motivated by nothing but hate and viciousness alone. And it doesn't even seem like it's about Caitlin anymore with the stans. Like, it doesn't even seem like they care what goes on the basketball aspect. They're just there on social media ready to fight. Okay, so my thoughts about how to handle this whole situation. We, the people, are going to have to separate Caitlin Clark from her stans. Like, surely this group cannot be a representation of her, and surely this group cannot be a representation of what the WNBA would want in their league. This is our league. This was built, like, I feel like as a women's basketball historian myself, I've been watching since I was 5. I was here before the league started, as a lot of the fans on social media feel the same. That ain't a representation of us. Y'all not like us. They not like us, okay? So please don't confuse me saying motivated by hate by meaning hating on a team the way a normal diehard fan would. For instance, let me just give you some examples. A diehard Falcons fan can hate the Saints, but they would be going a little bit too far if they created nude AI pictures of Saints players and then sent them to the Saints players' families. That's what Caitlin stans have done to Angel Reese. A diehard Tennessee Vols fan could have hated our UConn Huskies, but they would have been going way too far if they sent death threats to the UConn players. And that's what they've done. That's what Caitlin stans have done. A diehard Celtics fan could hate the Lakers. And you know what? If we being honest, that Celtics fan base has definitely gone too far with some of their racist remarks and their treatments of players. It's not okay. It's okay to be a hater in sports. Like, hating in sports is a part of the game. Like, I like when our fans are so engaged and so passionate that they just don't like the other team. But being racist, sexist, and violent with your words, come on now, what are we doing? Come on now, that's not acceptable. I mean, honestly, imagine if one of the stands said the things that they were saying. What if they said it to your daughter, your wife, your cousin, your sister? Folks might be ready to fight, okay? So Caitlyn, unfortunately for her, this is a group that is attached to her, not her asking this group to follow. It seems that they found a home in this fan base thinking that that's where it was. But recently, some things have shown where Caitlyn recently liked a post by Taylor Swift, and it was supporting VP Harris. And on that post, all she did was like it. And this Caitlyn stans group that I'm talking about, the stans have now split against Caitlyn. They're actually going against Caitlyn. I'm going to read some of the tweets. This is what they're saying to Caitlyn now. I was just starting to finally pay some attention to the WNBA because somebody was actually worth watching, and then you caved. Another fan said, definitely should have stayed out of politics at Caitlyn Clark. I love watching you, but now I refuse after seeing you support Taylor Swift and Kamala. Why did you like Taylor Swift's post endorsing Kamala? We thought you were like us. What's going on? So Caitlyn had these big expectations when she came into the league, and she's clearly exceeding all of them, not on the court, not only on the court, but off of the court, being an ambassador for these brands. But something sinister is happening online with Caitlyn's fan base and these stands that needs to be addressed. So all I'm saying is sports hate is okay. It's acceptable. It's actually welcome. We love the passionate fans. But some of y'all are taking it too far, man. Do better. So we love the support. Keep it there. Be passionate. I love a good, healthy competition. And speaking of that, we're launching a Radical Remix contest in honor of my documentary, which releases on Roku October 16th. The competition is for ages 8 to 22. And boy, do we have some amazing prizes, y'all, man. Check out the details. APS was good. A Radical Remix contest is live, and we've extended the deadline. We heard you, man. The deadline is extended until October 16th, which is the premiere of my documentary, A Radical Act, on Roku. Check it out. But listen, we need y'all to do y'all stuff thizzle. We need you to chop it up. We're gonna give you the stems, chop it up, mash it up, sing on the beat, rap on the beat, do whatever you can do, show out. Why? Because we got some prizes for you, all right? First up, you are gonna get featured on our motion picture official soundtrack release. Then, you're gonna get tickets to the 2025 Atlanta Dream season opener. We're not done yet. You're gonna get featured on the Montgomery & Co. podcast, which is WABE's NPR podcast. We got swag bags for you from me and the Dream. And honestly, the best thing that I think we have is the composers of this documentary are going to do a one-on-one mentorship with you, the winners. We're picking the top 4 most up-and-coming artists. Do your thing. It's on you. You got until October 16th, which is the official release date of my documentary, A Radical Act, man, on Roku, October 16th. Get it. Let's go. Yeah, and if it ain't sexy, if it ain't lit, it ain't us, baby. Let's go.
You can apply by going to rmf21.org.
All right, so that brings me to my MVP of the week, who is Todd Culper. He's the executive chef at Umi Atlanta in Buckhead. And I'm going to just tell you, y'all. So this past week, I had dinner with Jason Sudeikis. We went to Umi. Todd and team, I'm going to say Todd and team because our waitress was amazing. They probably brought out everything on the menu. Side note, it was less about me, more about Jason. But what was crazy is pride. Like I always talk about as athletes, pride that we have in our craft. When I go out on the court, every time I go out there, I want to make sure that I'm the best representation of myself. Todd, you did that, okay? That was my first time being to Umi. Todd gives me a card with his cell phone number on it, says, call me anytime you need a reservation, because a lot of times we're booked out. Shouts to Umi. Like, wow. And shouts to Jason Sudeikis, who he introduced me to Umi. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. But Ted Lasso, Like, he really kind of is Ted Lasso in person. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I was sitting at dinner sometimes and I was looking at him and we were talking, and I really felt like I was talking to Ted Lasso. Like, I'm sure, I don't know if he gets that all the time. I think I accidentally called him Ted a couple times. Sirena literally said, his name is Jason, Renee, like Jason from Take Line. Jason, I of course know that's your name, but we know you as Ted, my guy. So I had dinner with Ted Lasso last week at Umi. Shouts to Todd for the amazing experience. All right, so having said that, let's get into this week's episode. We'll be right back with more MoCo. Welcome into Let's Talk ATL, where we talk all the biggest news and topics in ATL. We, of course, have our marketing guru, Nick Love, in the building. Plus, we have journalist and Black Twitter extraordinaire, Don Montgomery, in the building. No relation, maybe relation. We love to see
We're
it.
cousins.
We feeling good?
Yeah, real good.
All right, so I'm going to get us started off with my topic because Atlanta's been winning awards. You know, like the athlete in me, when I see awards, it's like we got to celebrate. So I'm going to kick us off. Atlanta was recently voted the most educated city in the United States of America. Number one out of, Forbes, number one out of 100 cities. And I feel like TikTok creator LaRon Hines, where he's like, Atlanta, are you smart? Yes, we are. So, and I'm going to give you the stats because you was already asking questions.
I'm already looking around. Like,
yeah, you questioning our validity already. This is the stats. The completion rate for bachelor's degrees for people in Atlanta over age 25 is 59%.
Solid.
26.68% of people in Atlanta above age 25 have graduate degrees. However, we have a 22.32 racial gap in attaining those bachelor degrees, but Forbes voted us number one.
Well, I would like to shout out to Oglethorpe University over there.
Okay.
You know, the little medieval university on Peachtree. Shouts out to y'all because that's where I got my stuff from.
Okay.
But yeah, I kind of questioned that because I had to think about it university-wise. Like, we have a lot of schools here.
Yeah.
So I had to, tone it down. So I give respects to that.
So why you didn't think we was educated in the first place?
Have you been to other cities?
What's going on?
Okay, because of how some of us act on social media. Like, let's be clear. Like, are you receiving comprehension skills too? Like, is that included, or was that just overall? Did you complete college? That's it.
But have you traveled out of town? People are dumb.
You know I have.
Other people in other cities are not smart.
They really
like, I've been to I've traveled a lot, been on the road, and been like
having this award over New York is amazing right now.
I would have thought Boston.
That would have been my
first.
first.
Think Boston
Yeah.
people are smart, and Harvard and the whole nine, but like
No.
we smart. We pretty smart.
Listen.
I rock with that. Like, it makes sense.
And
it
you know
tracks.
what's a beautiful?
Georgia Tech is here. The AU is here.
Yeah.
Like,
Georgia Tech's a top school, by the way.
Georgia Tech is a top school.
They
It's hard
are.
to get into. I couldn't get in. I
You-
tried.
My son is looking at Georgia Tech. It's in his top 10. But to that point, it's interesting, though, because you mentioned New York. I would have thought Boston as well.
Mm-hmm.
The South isn't thought to be represented
No.
as the education nation.
And we ain't.
I did. I raised the eyebrow when I saw that. I was like, okay.
And Mayor Dickens posted it on his stuff like, somebody come look at this, get into this.
Right.
I mean,
and to be fair,
Forbes.
he's a Georgia Tech grad. So
Okay.
it's like,
Yeah.
And this is
It
Forbes, so it's a credible source, earned, not given, is what we would say in
definitely
sports.
earned- we earned that one. We
Earned,
definitely did.
because we
take
didn't
that.
have that label in the beginning, so we here now.
No.
Talk to us nice. We are edumacated. Thank you.
Talk about it.
What y'all got this week?
Man, what you want to go first?
I'm going to go first because I just think it's just very proper that I bring this to light. I would just like to give a shout out to the men of Alpha Phi Alpha Incorporated.
Boy.
Hello, you all. Greetings from the couch of Montgomery and Company. Please call me the next time any of you city chapters around Metro Atlanta have gatherings. You don't even have to grill. Just be there. Have gatherings for voter registration drives, right? Just literally me with my kids walking to a park in Decatur, chilling on a trail.
Right.
It's very nice, very cutesy.
Right.
There's music playing. There's a quartet in the midst of the trail that's playing music. Very movie-like. Walking. Next thing you know, I smell food.
Uh-oh.
Next thing you know, I hear the electric slide.
So there's music, there's
gotta
food.
be black people around here somewhere. And mind you, I'm not passing a lot of those black people on this trail. So I'm like, okay, what if we just keep walking? We get to the end of this trail and I see with my little eye at a distance at the park, y'all, it was the Decatur chapter of Alphas. And they all looked good from a distance.
I knew it was coming.
From a distance. And so, like, I just posed a quick question because, you know, as a woman, you know, you got to assess the environment. Is it proper to walk by, or is it proper to, hi, how are y'all? What do y'all got going on today? Well, it really wasn't, because it was a chapter meeting in the midst of like celebrating Labor Day. Because of course, let me be clear, this is around a holiday, right? Y'all, there's a registration table. Guy asked me, "Are you registered?" I cannot be registered today. Like,
Wow.
do you want to talk? You know, my kids they're at a distance. They're already in the
They're
park.
having a blast
they're
at the
having
park.
A great time. They don't even know none of this.
And
is
mama
going on.
acting up.
And I'm over here like, now which one of y'all is single? Who's available?
Oh my God.
Where's your wife? Because you have a ring on. Why are you all out here? And it's all of y'all are fine. Not one alpha.
So they was out there doing
ugly.
community work, and you
Community
out
work,
there.
and I'm out there being a hussy. Yes, I was being that.
Bring back hussy. I love that.
I
That's
was
an
being a
amazing
hussy.
word. We don't
yeah,
use it
for
enough.
all of like 15 minutes, and it was just the longest 15 minutes of my life.
Okay, so y'all, I'm on Twitter, and I see Dawn scroll by. I keep telling y'all, if y'all don't follow this woman
gotta
on
follow
Twitter,
Dawn.
it's an interesting follow.
1000%.
Parental discretion advised. Okay. I scroll on Twitter, minding my own business. I see Dawn giving a warning to the wives and girlfriends, talking about some, why are y'all leaving y'all's man unattended with the cologne smelling, with the...
I smelled the different flavors of cologne. It wasn't even too bad. You know how most older black men, they can do too
Lord
much.
have
It was
mercy.
perfectly placed on everyone that I walked by. I was like, oh God. They had on decent shorts and shoes because, you know, they're older. They got to have
Ankles was
some
out?
nice shoes.
Ankles
I
was out?
saw moisturized ankles.
Okay.
Not nobody was ashy.
Okay.
Please, wives and girlfriends, please show up. Because when you don't,
Dawn gonna be there to
Dawn
swoop
outside.
your man
I'm
up.
gonna
That's,
On the hunt.
that's what you need to be careful
if
for.
anything, I'm going to give them a compliment and just respect it. But I was like, now, if there's any other chapters doing this, because of course, like we're trying to get out the voter turnout. We're trying to get more people to vote. That's one way to get me to vote right there.
Okay.
Tell me what a fine man is.
I cannot.
Because,
me
you
what
know,
a
if it
fine
was
man is.
flipped, people would be looking for the good looking women and all of the things.
Oh,
No,
my
Where are the
goodness.
men? Where are
Okay,
you?
so this stroll to the polls,
Yes.
VP Harris, you might be on to something.
Yes,
the
yes,
men of
yes.
the Alpha Kappa Alpha fraternity,
Alpha Phi.
Alpha
Yeah,
Phi
yeah,
Alpha,
yeah.
get me right.
Yes,
the
yes,
men
yes.
of the Alpha Phi Alpha,
Yes.
they had the women
Which one of them
sweating.
is?
Had the women like
That's the black and
that's the
gold
black
one,
and gold,
right? Yeah,
yeah.
I don't
So
be
like
knowing.
even my son could identify them because my oldest son
Swooning.
is an alpha. So first thing my son says, "Oh, well, I'm an alpha today. We finna eat." No, you're going to the park. Mom has some things she needs to tend to.
Mom is out there about to
And
be.
the funny
On the
thing
prowl.
was, there were a couple of alphas who actually identified me, like who knew who I was, and I was just like, "Oh my God." I'm
Where
not
they know you
looking-
from?
Twitter.
Twitter. Everybody know her from Twitter.
Wait, so how do you know her from Twitter? I just.
Everybody knows Dawn. Dawn's hard to miss on Twitter.
All right, Nick,
So,
what
yeah,
you
what
got?
you
Because
got?
Dawn, okay, she went to the park and found a treat, and it
But
wasn't
I'm
a snack.
a registered voter. Let me just be clear.
That's right.
Okay.
I didn't do it that day. I don't have to.
Vote or
but
die.
I
Rock,
was
rock the vote.
yeah.
Whatever we're
Facts.
doing now. YSL trial. This thing won't go away.
This thing
what's
goes
going
on.
This thing
and
won't go
on
away.
and on.
I'm at a point now where I'm just waiting on the Netflix documentary to come out because
I think it's gonna come out before the case is over.
So Nick,
think so,
before
too.
you go into it, can you just give us like a quick rundown of, for the people that don't know why this is a saga, can you just hit the big points for us real quick?
I mean, so Thug and his guys, YSL, which is may or may not be a gang, depending on who you ask.
Okay.
They are indicted for like multiple counts of racket. It's a RICO charge.
Yeah.
It's a racketeering charge that and it's like 36 charges, might be more. The number is crazy, but these guys have been on trial now. It seems like maybe 2-3 years. I think that Thug has
Yes,
been
it's
sitting
been
in
a
jail.
while.
It's like beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, it's been a
Type of
minute.
situation, and like this trial just keeps going on and on and on, where they've started.
Yes,
Started.
yes.
There's
Didn't
a
they get
there's a
new
new judge?
I was about to say.
They had to change the judge.
It's just
yeah.
been crazy, and to see it play out in Atlanta, down the street.
Right.
You know, Thug is at Rice Street, which is pretty much not far from here, probably 15 minutes away.
Right.
Off
crazy.
Marietta, off Marietta Boulevard.
Yeah.
It is the strangest trial that I've ever seen. The characters, this is smoking the OJ trial. This is smoking like anything that
agree.
we've seen
I agree.
that was like public profile type of.
I agree with you.
This is killing all of that.
It's so
All the players
crazy.
are there. The characters are there. The judge is a character. Both judges. The DA.
I was about to
the
say, didn't
defense,
I see
like, this
something
is
about the
nuts.
DA?
It's a huge soap
They've
opera.
had secret meetings that got
Yes.
exposed in the trial.
What's going on?
He's cussed out like the DA. He's admitted to just lying on stand. Like, yeah, I lie on this one.
Like,
I lied on this. It's
straight
like,
up.
Yeah,
Like,
it's like I
why
lied on
would
Thug
you
because I didn't think
say
y'all would
that?
ever do anything to him. So yeah, I threw that murder charge on him. I said he
What
killed
is
this. I'm
going
like,
on?
what is this? And then he goes home and does like interviews, which is the thing that has been most entertaining of all of it, is that he's on trial during the day. Then he goes home and he's doing
Yo.
like hip hop interviews.
Yes,
he's doing
yes.
photo shoots. It is the wildest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I can't believe this is happening in real time with my own eyes. Like, this is a thing.
Right, like how is that? And from a journalist standpoint, I want to give a shout out to Jewel Wicker, who's a journalist that
Jewel,
I follow,
amazing.
who has been on top of finding the moments to really educate people about what's happening in the case, because you're going to get lost in the mess, right?
Yeah.
But just kind of looking for the facts or looking for the evidence that they're bringing against, Thug and his crew or what have you. It's very frustrating because you can't necessarily follow it because there's so much else going on around the courthouse and outside of it that you're like, okay, did somebody post something on Twitter today that's going to be incriminating when they go into the court, which a lot of people don't actually know that this is an active case, like just like, and it's an active
This is happening right now.
It's happening right now. Like, this isn't something that's done or they're just now bringing it to the forefront. No, it's right there. I mean, we learned this with Fonnie Lewis and all of that, that background and stuff like that. But it's to me, it's one of those things where it's very important to really call that out and be on top of that.
It's crazy. Okay, so you said bigger than the OJ shenanigans.
For sure.
I literally just rewatched that True Crime, the OJ thing.
good.
And there were a lot of missteps that happened in that one. I saw the DA, Meg the lawyer was covering. She said
Yeah.
some of the things that's happened she's never seen happen before.
No.
Yeah.
In
Correct,
the
correct,
history
correct.
of ever. So
And you don't want to hear that in a legal trial.
yes.
Exactly.
It's
Not
like
at
if you go
all.
to the doctor, you never want a doctor to be like, I've never seen that.
Facts.
Right,
Same
right.
thing.
You wanna have some
It's the same thing with a
precedents.
legal
You
thing.
wanna
Like,
have
you never want
precedents. You
people to
wanna
say,
have all
I've
of the
never
things.
seen a
Yeah.
judge do that.
Yeah.
I've never seen a DA do that. I've never
Yeah.
seen a witness do that. And even with the OJ trial, you got to remember there was like OJ, Kato Kalin, Judge Ito.
Yes.
There were main characters.
Yeah, it was like
Just
maybe 4 or
people.
5.
Yeah.
It's
This has
everybody.
gotten- this is
It's
nuts.
everybody.
Between Gunna, Woody, Thug, the judge, the other judge, Fonnie. Like, it's just been
Whoever was on the other end of the phone when they called outside of the jail, like that type of thing. Like, don't
Yo.
call because you're gonna be a part of this court. Like, you're gonna be a part of this case. It's
And
gonna
then
be,
what's the girl? She's a rapper. Akbar.
Yes.
Woody brought her up on the
Jesus
stand, and now she's like beefing with him. Like, why you bringing my name up on the trial?
What
And I'm
she
like,
got to do
what
with
are
it?
we doing? Like you said,
look,
this is
just
an
don't
active
say my
trial. This
name
is
because I'm
happening.
gonna give y'all something. Don't
This is
call me in
nuts.
there.
Like-
Don, I better not hear your name in that trial because your name be in a lot of stuff. It better not be in that trial. I guess we'll stay tuned. We'll
Yes,
keep tapping in
yes.
every now and then on the trial as long as the trial keeps going on. We 2 years and counting at this point. Make sure you follow, again, parental discretion advised, @ Don Montgomery on social media. You got Nick Love ATL on
Much
social
safer
media.
follow than her. Way.
This is rated G. Nick Love ATL. Actually, I'll give you PG-13.
PG, yeah,
He
yeah.
PG-13, but Nick,
My mama
Don,
follow me.
Come on.
Okay, his mama follow him, then you can
My
follow
mama
him.
follow me too.
She know what she raised. So
Exactly.
that's @ Don Montgomery. And we'll be back with more Montgomery and Company. Welcome back to Montgomery and Co. I'm your host, Renee Montgomery, and I'm here with the legendary Mr. Cheeks. So listen, I'm hyped for this. I didn't even know if he was gonna really stand me up. He's in the building. You should know Mr. Cheeks from his group, his legendary group, the Lost Boyz.
Yes,
You may also know his song Lights, Camera, Action. You know the East Coast, New York vibes is in the building right now. Mr. Cheeks, thank you for joining us on Montgomery
Yo,
and Co.
I'm in the building. Thanks for having me, Renee.
Let's
no
go.
question.
Yeah, get comfortable. Get comfortable.
Lean back.
Okay. All right. So listen, I'm just going to start off the top. One of the things that I love about you is your ability to storytell in music, just like y'all did with the Lost Boyz. And you have a song called Renee. So why is just storytelling so important to you? And then how did that song, it has my name. So I had to start out with that. Like,
Oh, no doubt. Jump right at it. Let's get
go.
right to it. No doubt. Well, I wrote that song about a shorty from my neighborhood that got killed. You know what I'm saying? Ebony Williams, It took me a minute to, realize what her name was. Family came to me after that. But I was just writing a story, and that's what I wrote it about, a shorty that passed away in the hood, and writing stories that came from, you know, Dana Dane, Slick Rick, all the greats that came before me. So I just, you know, took a chapter out of their page and just wanted to, a page out of their book, and you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to keep storytelling. Storytelling is dope, you know what I mean?
It is. And when you came out, when you were MC, that means you had to have a skill set. Like you had to talk that talk. What made you just in that initial phase start writing rhymes? Like how did you even get into start pen to pad?
How I got into writing rhymes, I used to, you know, poetry first, you know what I mean? When I used to go to school and write up some poems and all of that. But as the game came, you know, Coogee Rap and all the hip hop artists that came, I just wanted to be a part of that situation right there, you know? Heavy D, and all of that. So
it's crazy because I think about like everybody else talks about how music and sports are a little bit synonymous.
Of course.
And so it's like, I remember when I first started picking up the ball, I went to practice and I realized I got a lot of work to do. Like, how is that? Like, you're in New York of all places. How you going to how do you set yourself apart in that type of environment?
Going at it with different people that's going at it like you. Like everybody was trying to be an artist, you know what I mean? Like a real rap artist. Like at the time, like you said, when we was coming up, you had to put your pen to the pad and go in, like, you know? Hit the streets and also go to the park jams and put your word in, grab a mic. If you was able to grab a mic, you was on. Like when I first got my shot, I got my shot from Grandmaster Vic. He gave me the microphone, called me to the stage. I was like, oh, it's crazy. So he must have been hearing about me putting in work in the streets, like, you know, as far as battling cats, or not even battling, just going at it. Yeah. From like my man Fredro, the Onyx, house of the Onyx. I mean, I came in there from a lot of group of Queens dudes, so it was definitely competition. And it was just, man, when J-Rap first brought home a GMB tape and he was saying, you heard Dada Rock and Spain G going on the mic, and I was like, damn, who that? So that's what made me want to do this. This is what I'm doing.
That's crazy. And when they call you to the mic, it's like, do you have something prepared? Do you always have one in your back pocket, or do you freestyle in that moment? Like, what?
Gotta go off the head, but you also definitely at the house writing. So I'm definitely at the crib writing, no doubt, just in case it's going down. I mean, don't want to reach down when it really go down, but you know. But as time goes, you look, like you say, you practice make perfect, or you know, you learn your skill better. So
wow, that's crazy. So Gil Scott Heron was obviously a well-known poet and artist. This man was your uncle. Y'all, just so y'all know, he wrote the poem "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised."
No question.
Like, how did having these people? Yeah, like how did you said you started out with poetry? So is there any connection there with that?
I guess so. You know, I mean, when I was coming up, he was around doing what he was doing, but I wasn't really into it. Like, ain't no like, you know, like my grandkids they know who I am now because they look at me on TV, but we ain't had that like that. So it was more than him coming back in the crib and just playing music and vibing and you know, just having they sessions they would have with my aunts and my uncles, kicking it, you know what I mean?
What do you mean? They would have writing sessions just straight at the house?
Just not even that, just building and talking and
you
just feel the vibe of like I was just around. See, Mom was part of that Black Panther movement and all of that, so it was crazy. So it was always deep and like just music playing and building and chats and all of that. So I don't know, it just came upon his daughter is my cousin Nia, so we was always together in the crib, and so the vibe just came into me, I guess.
It's just crazy. Like you talking about this stuff like this is normal. It's like, this is exceptional.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
This is crazy who you were around. You just said your mom was a Black Panther. Shouts to mom.
Auntie.
Your auntie was shouts to auntie. What does that do to you then as an artist? You see this movement happening around you. You see people that are using their words to have impact.
Powerful words.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like you saw the power of what words can do.
Word. And I don't know, it just came all about into music and everything, from Mom's cleaning the crib playing Aretha Franklin to,
yes, sir.
You know what
yes,
I mean?
sir.
to just rocking and rolling native New Yorker sounds, you know. I don't know. It just came into me, man. I can't. Sometimes you know how you can't really explain what you be doing.
Definitely.
That shit just came to me. I was on the block before I made music, and being on the block was definitely not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You saw music that as a way out. Like you was like,
yeah,
let me
music
just
definitely saved. Yeah, wow. No question.
So how did you get the name Mr. Cheeks? I'm scared to ask. By the way, is it like?
No, it's not no grabbing by the bang bang. No. It's Mr. Cheeks. I was Cold Cheeks, you know, MC Cold Cheeks in the streets. Black Just from the Supreme Team. Shout out to Black Just, R.I.P., you know what I mean? He gave me the name when I came in the club one night. I'll tell you, I was putting in the work. I was putting my
Yeah.
little
So you
rap,
go to
boom,
the
boom,
club
booms.
and just pull up?
Yeah, we go in the club. Hard body. Lost Boyz, hard body. You know what I mean? But nah, we was music and all of that. So when I came in the club one night, my man Black Just was like, yo, Mr. Cheese is in the building. I was like, oh. That's who I am.
So did you like it when you got the name?
No doubt. Black Just gave it to me. It was like like a blessing. It was like, oh, word, he noticed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
yeah, it's just some street, you know what I'm saying, legend things that, you know what I'm saying? They gave me that name. So it ain't like I stole it or, you know what I mean, borrowed it from somebody.
definitely.
They definitely blessed it. Black Just, no question. I just like, when he said that, it, you know, it just meant something like, oh, word to God, he recognized the kid. So
And speaking of that, so you're an OG to a lot of artists right now. So who's artists that you recognize that you might have on your playlist that you might be listening to? Like who what are your thoughts on music right now?
I can tell you some names I listen to, but we might not heard of them.
Okay, let me hear.
Z-Bands.
Okay.
Big Lido.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? This R&B singer called Alizé. You know, she be doing her thing. She do this thing called Rise.
Yeah, no, I mean, because even this year, this has been a year for hip hop. You know what I mean?
Question.
Like with Kendrick Lamar and what happened, I think that a lot of people were kind of happy that people started paying attention to lyrics. Like I ain't never seen people until like it got back to, wait, what was this bar? Was this a double on top? You know what I'm saying? We're getting back to that. So what are your thoughts on just the whole, not even just the beef, but like what the beef did for music?
Nah, the beef helped. Yeah, that's like you said, they brought back the ball game, you know? Shout out to that dudes that been spitting bars. Besides the Drace and Kendrick Lamar's. No, excuse me.
Okay.
Now I'm just saying.
Listen.
Overall, you know what I mean? The game is what it is. You know what I'm saying? They brought it back to what it's supposed to be, but you know, we came back from what it was. But this is that we ain't even know that was beef. Honestly.
That was normal.
But thank you. Yeah, no doubt. It was normal bars. Like they're not really saying nothing crazy, right? But it's a dope record. You know what I'm saying?
So back to, because when you used to be, like you said, you was on your grind. Was it normal to go head to head at somebody, or when you flow and you just, what's in my thoughts is mine, or if you know this is the guy I'm trying to take his spot, are you going to take a shot at him, or what's?
Oh yeah, but I really wanted to take the dude trying to take nobody's spot. I was just trying to get my spot, basically. You know, like I just do what it do. You know what I mean? But somebody call you out, it's going down. You might as well, you know, if you don't answer back, it's like, you know. It's just music though, really.
Really,
right?
That's why
it's wordplay. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You got the best words. So if your words is better at the time, you got that. If mine is better at the time, I got that. But you know, that's what it really is. Like,
I know you just actually dropped a song recently.
Yeah.
So you
can get the money.
Yeah.
My man, Walk Home, Speak Nice, my DJ. You know. So that's my new single out right now. It's doing something.
So you still put music out. So if
every day, all day.
I love that, and that's the thing too. It's like it never. Like, retirement is not in your mind right now.
Oh, nah.
You still grinding. You still doing your thing.
Yes, you know, just because the blessings, right? You blessed to do what you do. But, hey, man, it's a lot of dudes from my era that's not doing nothing. So, you know, pray for them, you know?
Yeah.
Some that's not even here. So R.I.P. to them, you know? So I'm just blessed to continue to be able to do what I do.
Who would you collab with? If you could collab with somebody right now, who would that be? Let me do one female artist, one male artist, if you could collab.
One female, old and new, or just new?
Whoever.
Oh,
shoot, who you pulling up on?
It's hard to say because you know I don't really know. I ain't gonna front on you.
So
you know
okay, so it's so funny because
sometimes I meet people in the studio and we just go from there. Word them up. I see somebody in the street, we like, yo, what's doing? What we doing? That's how I really rock. Really, I ain't really. Never really made plans to rock with an artist. So we might bump in the heads and be like, all right, let's go rock. I see you on Tuesday, you know?
Wow. So you don't like, because you know how some artists,
they be like, I want to rock with them.
Yeah, they reach out for features.
No doubt.
You not reaching out for features. You don't really.
I'm just making music, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Word. That's how I always been though. You know, Lost Boyz came, we ain't come with no features on our first album. You know what I mean? We just kept it home based really. Like, if it happens, it happens. We're not really like, yo, let me gotta do a joint with him. Nah, it's not.
So you like, I can do bad all by myself in a sense. But so then
sometimes we think like this too. We make a hot record, and sometimes they schedule ain't meet with my schedule, so we can't do the same show at the same time.
Yeah.
So dope artists that do it though. Redman, Method Man, they online. You know what I'm saying? You know, dudes that do it online that's dope. Me, I'm just like I said, I'm just how they say it. I just pop off. I just do whatever comes about. You know what I mean?
Because you're not
They will
even
call me up like, yo,
online.
Cheese, I got 16. You want to bang on it? It depends on how the beat sound, and it depends if homie really can how he sound or she sound. You know what I mean? So yeah, I get mad calls to do joints, but it really count on how the track sound and how the artist and how I feel with the vibe. Like, I don't know.
Really?
I can't front. You know
No,
what I'm
that's
saying?
what's up. So people be hitting you up, but it's like you just go straight off of vibes, really. It's not even like a, and I'm curious too because
No disrespect to artists. I just like, you know, I bang with a lot of artists, but it's just my music I make is not. Sometimes it ain't what they like to do. Sometimes I don't like what they rocking about. Everything, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't be on the same page because they got a name. Don't mean I want to rock with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
I definitely don't want to make a record with certain people. I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Keep the check. You know what I mean?
Dang, so you don't mind turning down a check. Like that's
I mean, the check. I'm into the game for the love of it, man. Money come with it.
Crazy.
Money come with it. I
I'm
appreciate
only
it, though.
asking because this is a different vibe, I think, than now. I think it was who was it? One of the artists was just on a podcast saying that a lot of people make music for the check now. Like you can tell
The bag.
the bag. They trying to get to the bag, and
I don't ain't nothing wrong with getting to the bag. No question about it. You know, I'm just a different artist. I just feel a different way about making music. So that's what it is. You know.
okay.
I
So
love it, and I get paid to do it. So
win-win.
I
That's
ain't
how I
really
feel about
just trying to be
hooping. That's how I
ballin'
feel
or
about
nothing.
hooping.
I
It's like,
I ain't trying to be like, yo, I need this, do that. You know what I mean? None of that. So
so how would you
Shout outs.
describe your music? Because online, you're a little mysterious online. You're not on Twitter. You don't post very often on Instagram.
My Instagram is Wonder Twins. My label is Wonder Twins Records. You know, so
Yeah.
I be staying under the bar. Because also glad I'm on your channel. There's a page on Instagram called Mr. Cheeks Lost Boyz with the blue check, straight fake, straight fraud,
Oh no!
straight fraud. I don't want to blow his name up, but you know what I mean. The page is fake, and people be hollering at me, and they be like, "Yo, I just spoke to you." Like I was at this golf. I was golfing the other day, me and Ja Rule and everybody, right? And the DJ like, "Yo, I just spoke to you." I'm like, Wonder Twins Records, come on, holla at me.
That's so. What is it again? Say it again.
Wonder Twins Records.
Wonder Twins Records.
Wonder Twins with a Z.
That's wild. What a Z. Okay, because I was going to say it's hard. It was hard to find, but what? So how would you describe the type of music you make? Because you kept on talking about like I don't necessarily know if I want to make their type of music. I like to make my.
I just make music. I don't know. Like I really can't explain myself, kid. I swear to God.
I
can't.
love
They be
this.
I be trying to figure out what I am. But I just be, if I write about my friends, I write about my ladies, I just go in. Like my new joint called So Alive. When I send that to your email, let me know. You know what I mean? It's like
drop it to me.
I just be vibing. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of I'm 53, 2 grandkids. You know what I'm saying? It's like my whole making music thing is different.
Yeah.
It's about more building now. No, I was building before though. You know what I'm saying? Front on it. Love legal drug money. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Legal drug money.
Legal
That's what you
drug
was
money.
making because
That's music, and you know what I'm saying? It's like drugs.
Yeah.
You know?
And so it's interesting that you say that because Andre 3K kind of said the same thing. That's why he pretty much had a flute type
Oh,
of.
nah, I'm not playing no flute.
Okay.
I ain't playing no horns. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying. He said it's evolved. It's the
It's different
evolution
ways
of.
of going, yeah.
So how are you handling the evolution of what you used to talk about? Do you talk about the same things?
No
or-
question. I just older than this. Just growing. I'm
You
like,
still you.
I'm just going in. Yeah. I'm just.
You gonna
damn.
be
Yeah.
Sabo G. You gonna still be
Word is
Sabo
still-
G.
I'ma still pop off lyrically. You know what I'm saying? And make music. That's really it. Like I ain't really talking about nothing I don't do. You know?
Yeah.
So
And
let's
so
go.
what's goals for you at this point? You've done so much. Like what's goals?
just setting up the family. I mean, setting them up. You know what I mean? The grandson, the granddaughter. Got my son and my daughter, they chilling. So the lady chilling. Like it's
The
really just
lady.
living. Like
This is so funny how you say the lady.
yeah, the lady's at the crib.
That's kind of
chilling, we
like my
chilling.
old lady.
She's selling houses. I'm rapping.
Okay.
She be doing all kinds of things. She like sit around just get degrees. Like, what are you doing now? She in school. I'm like, all
You
right,
know what?
fuck it.
This is funny because
PlayStation.
my lady's over here right there.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she telling me I might just want to go to law school, and
That's
I'm
what
like,
they do
for
to me.
what?
That's what she do. I be like, all right, go.
For what?
I
What
don't-
do you think I want to ask you, Mr. Cheeks Burgers. I know that it's
Cheeks Burgers, no
Cheeks.
question.
Cheeks Burgers. So I know
Yeah.
it's not out yet, but we getting the scoop here.
Now we getting the
because-
scoop.
Yeah,
We
talk
about
about
to do
it.
the damn thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just working on a few situations right now, figuring out a few more ingredients of the business, right? But we're gonna get it popping. Cheeseburger's gonna be in Atlanta. We're working on it. We're working on it.
Okay, so that part we
We're
working on it.
working on the cheeseburgers right now, but it's not your ordinary burger spot. It's your favorite burger spot. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna need one of yours. I'm gonna need a Renee Montgomery. What you do will make how you make it at the crib.
I love
So we
that.
just working the clothing line. I got some shirts for you.
You
already
came
know.
bearing gifts.
Yes, this
So
is my
that's
son.
the thing. That's
Z.
your son?
Yeah, Z.
So it's like you getting in your business bag right
Yeah,
now.
having
You starting
fun.
different endeavors.
Yeah.
You look like you having fun.
That's what I ain't even know about it. You know what I mean? Like you should be doing this and that. But they tell me about doing movies and stuff. I'm like, I don't really want to be doing it. I want to just do
Why?
something.
I think you're actually hilarious.
they
You haven't
give-
even tried to tell me a joke and I'm laughing. Like I
If
think
they-
you're I'm just laughing because you're a funny dude to me.
No question. Now, when the part come, I take it. I'm saying I'm not going looking for the auditions and all
got
that.
you.
Like I'm looking for the agent chick. I just got a nice PR. Yeah, I'm back in business. I'm not. Yeah, things is working.
So you
out right.
was you chilling for a second and then you was like, I'm about to rev this back up.
No, I was doing blessed to do shows on the weekends. Every weekend I'm on the road doing some things. Shout out to the Marleys. Shout out to Steve Marley be out here soon and Damian Marley. I'll be on the road with them. And I'm also doing my own rundown tour. So it'll be it's fun.
Yeah, that's dope because
Making
you're still
music.
a touring artist in a sense
No
of you
doubt.
always out on the road. I see it's interesting too because we see a lot of like I would say Missy out there now,
Killing
Nelly.
it,
Yeah, like
Busta Rhymes. They got the big shows. Hey, yo, what's going on? Holla at the kid. I mean, lights can't match it.
I'm talking.
I'm not throwing the bubble suit on, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you listen.
Let's
You
go.
might have to.
Let's go.
Get
Throw
some
me in the
stuff.
end.
What? I mean,
Nah, let's go.
what is that like when you have the biggest song in the world?
Oh,
You
it's
had
not the
Lights,
biggest
Camera,
song, but
Action.
It's a big one.
When Lights, Camera, Action was popping off, I mean, turn it around, let me see something. Messing with me is really gonna be something.
Yeah.
I'm talking like
Lights,
I
camera,
know every
now.
word still right now.
Let's go.
What is that like when you are just like on top of the world like that?
Word, like, but I don't know. I'm just me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, when I came in the game, it wasn't like that neither. Like, when we got our money or whatever, we just set up the crib and things like that.
You like living large, so this is what you like to do.
I'm a low budget baller.
You a low budget baller.
Low
What's that
budget
mean?
baller.
Low budget
I mean,
baller.
Yeah, I like the ball, but low. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
so you downplay
I
because
come out when it's time to come out. When they call me out for them festivals, like, with,
Mm-hmm.
like last when I was rocking out with Karis, one and all them things like that. Yeah, I feel powerful then. I'm always feel powerful, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's always good just to rock and roll. That's all I am. I'm just, damn.
I like your vibes. You just be
Know what
ready
I'm
to
saying?
roll.
That's it. Let's do it. Till I can't do it no more, right?
Yeah,
Yo,
but you ain't. I got a question. Have you been to a dream game?
Nah, I need that. You already know. I was about to ask you about that.
No, I was about to ask you
I
about
got
that.
2 girls ready to go.
Oh,
My
for
little
real?
granddaughter, she ready to come see the game. My daughter. That's all I want to say.
Okay, listen. Yeah, you got
Ooh,
seats by
yeah.
me waiting for you. When can y'all pull up? Y'all can pull up when?
We can talk off the air. You
Okay.
already-
Because I know you be busy on the weekends.
I'm not busy. I'm
Okay,
ready to
that's
come. I
what's
live
up.
right in over there in the big C.
All right, bet. All right, we got. I want to ask you. You came from Queens, which is obviously New York is legendary in the hip hop space, and then you come now. You live in Atlanta, which has their own legendary space in hip hop. What was that transition like?
Yo, let me tell you, right? Take you way back to the rim shop and Greg and Phillip on Peach Street. That's how far I go back. I'm talking about, you know what I mean? The Freaknik days. Hello. Now, overall, though, we've been down here. That's my life, though. I've been running since Jack the Rapper. I've been running since the Gab. I've been Atlanta early days, like I said. Been down here, me and Tupac was rocking out early.
What?
Redman from Legal, all of them. You know what I'm saying? I've been down here before most of your famous artists that was born here was down. It was there. You know what I mean? Like,
So you've been around.
Been around, but I went to New York, boom, boom. Came to Virginia, boom, boom. Atlanta, boom, North Carolina. We just came through, and then Man,
I love that. I heard
Atlanta
you say
is where
Tupac.
it's at, baby. So
Listen, I feel you.
Let's get it.
And so you said Tupac, so I got to ask about it. What was that like? I mean, now you look at what he even still means today to hip hop. You was running around with him before they even knew that Tupac that we know now.
well, early stories, nice times, good times. A lot of people don't know how we got down back in VA and all that, but overall, Tupac is a jewel in this game, you know? So,
What made him that? Like, everybody says the same thing. What makes
he was
Tupac
that
a jewel?
fighter, though. He was like the first fighter for everything that's we be trying to fight for now still. Like,
Yeah, he was.
hey,
ahead of
man,
his time.
he was an ill mind. He had an ill mind, you know? So that's what puts him over there. I mean, Biggie was dope. All of them was dope. Black Rob was dope. You know what I mean? No
That's
question
like
about it.
crazy the
Shock
names
G
you
and them boys was dope, you know?
Hey.
So, Bismarck. You know what I'm saying? So,
You're saying legends in the game alongside yourself, Mr. Cheeks.
hard body.
Come on, man.
Let's
All right,
go.
so
Concrete smoothness.
this is energy. I love it. All right, we're going to get to a little shot clock here. All right, well, I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions because we didn't ask about music, but I'm going to ask you a couple questions. You got 60 seconds on the clock. We really doing a little something. All right.
Okay.
What's a sport you can play really well?
B-ball.
You can hoop?
What? Now. Like this and all that. Word, but take it easy. Then the Bengay comes out. You know, thinking I'm 20 again.
Let me find out. All right, what's a sport you're trash at?
I ain't trash on no sport. Oh, golf. Yeah, I just found out this weekend. Yeah.
We got to keep moving. We're on the clock.
Oh,
if you could have one sport superpower, what would it be?
Oh,
What
I want the
superpower?
all around the KD. I want all of it. I want the
you
shooting. I want the I want KD. You know, KD is like the NBA Marvin Gaye. They like the boy is Marvin Gaye on the court. You know what I mean? Ooh, that kid is sweet.
Oh, that's amazing.
Nah, he
All
dope,
right,
though.
if you could brag about being one athlete, who would it be?
If I could brag about being one athlete, who would it be?
I love how you think.
My man, hate to say it, because I'm a Giants. The Kansas City kid with the curly hair.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
Oh, you would want to beat him because he keeps beating y'all.
Yeah. You said who I want to beat?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You said you're a Giants fan?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry
Thank
to hear
you.
that.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. My condolences. That's tough. That's tough. If you could change the national anthem at a game to something, what would it be? Like, what would we come out to? What would we get ready to?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Anything
Anything ill you see? Whoa.
What you talking about?
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. And what's your walkout song?
My walkout song?
Yeah, what's your walkout theme song? What you coming
Push Your
out?
Man, baby.
Oh, which one?
Push Your Man.
Oh, how does it go?
My man.
You're
don't
not
know?
walking out to your own song. This is great.
No, I'm walking out the Curtis Mayfield. What you mean? Yo, Push Your Man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm coming at him.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because you're not coming out to
that's
lights,
not
camera, action.
Nah.
I might be coming out to lights, camera, action.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Let's go. Sirena. Pull it in.
I love it.
Let's
oh,
get it.
Snap. All right, so this is not even in none of the papers and none of the questions. It's about to get crazy because
What you got?
my old lady is sitting over there and you talked about vibes and stuff. I need a 16. She's an artist too. She sings, by the way. You didn't even know that. She's sitting right there. She's going to hate me right now. When I go home, I'm in trouble.
Okay.
But I have to I'm going to shoot my shot. We going to have to, I heard you say the beats, the vibes. She got a voice.
Let's go.
Baby, you want to sing something?
She gonna sing something? Oh, she putting you on the spizzer.
Oh, on the host. Come here, baby. Come here real quick. Because, wait, I'm in trouble. See, you should know this feeling when you know you're in trouble later. I'm in it right
That's
now.
what it is.
I'm in it right now. Come over to this mic. You can come share my mic, sweet thing. Let's
You wanna
go.
Sing, girl.
What we
messing
gonna
around.
sing? Whitney, don't make me close.
Oh, that's what you want me to do it big like that?
I think
That's big.
you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to tell you, I'm not
she's
playing
really
no
putting me on the
games.
spot.
Mother, shout outs to Black Hole Studios. Let's go.
Let's
Right
go.
out here.
Listen, you got the hype man right here. Oh my God, I almost fell. Oh my
all right,
God,
you
this
all
is
right.
great.
Confident in everything. Okay.
Let's go. Oh wow,
Oh my God. Okay.
got this.
Don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. Don't walk away from me. Yeah, no.
I tried to tell you.
Y'all don't
Oh,
even
yeah.
let me finish.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I got
What's up?
nothing if I don't have you. Okay, y'all almost didn't let me get through that one because y'all made me laugh.
That was nice, kid. What you be opening up on the games?
Listen,
That's how we met.
that's how we met. By the way, she was singing at a Hawks game.
Ain't that hard?
I'm shaking right now. Thank
you,
We're
love.
gonna talk about this later.
That
You're
was
joking.
nice.
You see what
That
I'm
was
saying?
nice.
That's what
More lasagna, please.
you see what I'm saying? So I just threw that out there in case
That was
we ever
nice.
link up at the studio. But Mr. Cheeks, man,
Yo, kid,
give me
appreciate it.
some. This is some vibes, man.
Some
People
vibes.
don't even know. We just met for the first time in person.
In person.
And it's just like this. It
Just
be
like
like that,
that.
though, when it's like that.
When it's like that. Word.
Man.
Shout outs to Renee for having me and company. No doubt, all everybody behind the cameras and all that, making my voice sound all pretty. Say,
I
Get
love
that
it,
sound.
man.
You know what
We'll
I'm
be
saying?
back with more MoCo.
Let's go.
All right, man. I hope y'all had a good time with us on Montgomery and Company. This past week, I was in New York for New York Fashion Week. Shouts to the plug and HBIC, Casey, baby. You did your thug thizzle. Fashion Week, it really was everything that people say it is. And I was there in full-on research mode. C-Suite 21 is my clothing line that is dropping this fall winter with Saya Collective. So while at Fashion Week, I did what every athlete does when we're about to start a new project. I studied the greats, the ones already doing it. I'm looking at how they do it, when they do it, where they're doing it, all of the things, because just like when I was a player and I'm like, I gotta improve my ball handling skills. I would watch videos of the drills of the best ball handlers. I would use their same drills. I would practice the same way. And then voila, all of a sudden my handles is better. I was the exact same at Fashion Week. I went to Alexander Wang's spot, his headquarters. We went to one of their parties, and 90% of the people there were dressed in Alexander Wang. They were wearing the clothing, including myself, Sirena, Kimberly, because they dressed all of us. So I was like, okay, noted. That was smart. I went to Maui and Lolita's fashion show. I studied what they're doing. They had a little show before their show. Noted. That was smart. So the thing about starting a new project, you're gonna have all the questions. Sometimes you can answer them for yourself. You have to invest in yourself and you have to invest in the research. There's questions that we're all gonna ask ourselves. Like I'm asking it now. I'm wearing C-suites, by the way. So I'm asking myself now, will people like it? Will people feel it? Will people support me? I mean, even with this show, Montgomery & Co., there's a million podcasts. How will I get y'all to watch mine? How can I make mine stand out? Is this even a good idea? But my dose of positivity that I want to leave you with is don't let your inner hater win. We all got one that's going to tell you what you're doing is not cool. Don't do it. Don't even try. But if you have an idea, do your research, do the work, study the people already doing it, study the greats, then add your sazon on it, add your seasoning salt. So yeah, having said all of that, I can't wait for y'all to see C-Suite 21's first collection dropping this fall winter. It's going to be crazy, all right? So thank y'all for joining us for another episode of Montgomery & Company. As you know, I'm your host. I'm your girl, Renee Montgomery. I'll see y'all next time. Thank y'all for joining us for this episode of Montgomery & Company. Remember, if you've got a question for the MoCo mailbag, send it to us at moco@wabe.org or at Montgomery Co Pod on Instagram. This show is produced by Think Tank Productions in collaboration with WABE. Our executive producers are Amena Brown, Scotty Crowe, and Serena Grace. Audio production is by Kevin Rinker and Matt Owen. Video by Ariel Brown, Greg Harding Films, and Rashad Pitts. Until next time, I'm Renee Montgomery, and this is MoCo, where it's all sports, culture, and family business.
WABE.